We now have this chunky sauce, which we need to make not chunky.
Gotta be smooth.
We need a smooth sauce. Hi, I'm Alicia.
And I'm Christian.
And welcome to Eat the Pizza.
And today we are making a very special pizza for you, the highly requested Hot Cheetos Pizza.
It is a special episode because everybody on YouTube is making Hot Cheetos Pizza, but it first started at Ameci Pizza, which we researched and found on the internet happens to be right here in our LA neighborhood.
Convenient.
So it's actually not in our LA neighborhood, but it's in LA.
It's in
an LA neighborhood, and then we traveled to that neighborhood to go see how it was made. Check it out!
Say what? So, I'm Christian. Nice to meet you. Hi.
I'm Alicia. Thanks so much for having us.
Yeah.
So this is the home of the original Hot Cheetos Pizza.
Yes.
How is the pizza made?
So with a lot of trial and error, a lot. We basically grind up the hot Cheetos.
Yeah.
And then just a basic blender, blend it up, and then when you make the pizza, you put it on top, and then we cook it.
So it's a basic crust. The crust is the same.
It's New York style.
New York
Yeah,
style.
yeah, yeah.
And it's a red sauce, a red tomato sauce,
Yes.
and then is it slices of mozzarella?
Yes.
So
That
not
gives it
shredded.
the-
It's like a big
yeah,
slice.
yeah.
And then you put the Cheeto dust
Dust.
on top.
Yes.
And then do you bake it before you put?
Yeah, we run it
whole-
through the oven.
Okay.
So it comes out ready to go, and then we'll cut it up, and then we'll put the
So then
real
you put the
hot
real
Cheetos
hot
on.
Cheetos on
Yeah.
at the very end.
Yes.
They don't go through the oven.
No, they don't.
And so they stay nice and
Yeah.
crispy.
If you go to a place that they do,
it's wrong.
that's
It's
not.
legit.
That's when you know
Not
you're at the
legit.
wrong place.
All right, well, you
So-
heard it here first.
Yeah. All
Well,
right.
we would love to try
Yeah.
the Hot Cheetos Pizza.
Cool. Let's place
So
our
let's do that.
order.
Yeah.
All right. That's really good.
It's actually not that spicy.
No,
The
good.
Cheetos on top are spicy.
It's like a good balance of the
Ooh.
spiciness and then the...
I like the crunchy texture. That cheese pull, that's the mozzarella slices. We're gonna have to definitely find some mozzarella slices for when we remake it.
attempts to remake.
Right? Let's head back to our kitchen. Oh my gosh, we're back.
That was fantastic.
What great clips. Weren't those great? We are going to recreate the original Ameci Hot Cheetos Pizza right here after learning everything we just did.
From the masters. We're making the sauce.
Making the sauce. So one thing that Hike said to us at the store was that they do a classic New York style crust and sauce. So when I found recipes for the dough and sauce, that's what I looked for, was specifically New York style.
New York style, that's what I like to hear. I'm gonna pulse up these tomatoes.
Nice pulsing job.
What in the heck are you doing over here?
I'm chopping up some onions and some garlic for the sauce.
Butter.
I should put on that glove, but this isn't mind over munch. All right, saute it up. And then we should also add, onion eye. Apparently, the fresh oregano is supposed to help counter the heartburn of the hot Cheetos.
Ah,
But what I was unsure about is if he meant that was in the sauce or in the dough, so I'm just putting fresh oregano in both. Okay, man, this is like the worst case of onion eye I've had in a long time, I gotta say.
I'm getting the onion eye too.
Woo! Okay.
I'm getting
I'm
onion
adding
eye.
in some fresh oregano and some red pepper flakes. And then why not add some extra
Dried
dry
oregano?
oregano too? Why not?
Why not?
Let's add some salt. And then now we can add in, oops, we were supposed to add in the onion whole, not chopped.
They'll never know.
Oh well, let's add in tomatoes.
These are the onions, they're being sauteed.
It says 2 sprigs of fresh basil. Do you think this is a sprig?
That was
Or do you think that like this is a sprig?
I think that big one's what I think. Actually, I don't because I'm not crazy about
I like basil, so I'm just gonna add one big thing. All right, now it says to add sugar, which if you know me from Mind Over Munch, you know I just think it's stupid to add sugar to pasta sauce, but we're gonna follow the recipe. So now we let that reduce for like an hour. Let's make the dough. All right, so another element to this pizza that's gonna make it amazing is I got this new pizza stone from my sister, not the one that lives in LA with me, but the other sister, Layla. She gave this to me for my birthday, and we're gonna use it today. I've never used a pizza stone before, but
until now,
we're gonna just follow the directions and hope it works. So I'm gonna preheat it.
Now we're gonna make the dough.
And actually, I already made the dough because the pizza dough has to sit out or refrigerate for like 8 hours to overnight. But we're gonna make it again right now to show you how we made it and to prove that it is homemade. So, Christian, what are you doing?
I'm adding a half cup of flour into this bowl. You gotta have flour for bread. That's what I've always heard.
I've heard that before too. So you could use bread flour, but I actually couldn't find it. And I went to like 3 grocery stores and I didn't feel like going to any more. So we're just using all purpose, but
great.
If you really want to use bread flour, go ahead.
Water, of course. And we also need this yeast.
All right, so now we gotta let this sit for 20 minutes until it becomes foamy and bubbly. All right, so it's been 20 minutes and now, as you can see, it's all foamy and bubbly. So now we can add the rest of the flour and ingredients. I've got 1.5 teaspoons of salt, which you don't wanna add before or else it'll deactivate the yeast. And Christian has got...
We're gonna do 2 cups of flour, if I'm not mistaken.
2 cups, and then also some olive oil. And then I'm gonna just coat this bowl here with a little bit of olive oil, because this is what we're gonna put the dough in.
All right.
And we're gonna add in our fresh oregano.
Here we go.
So pretty much we're gonna just knead this. It says for like 10 minutes, but I only did it for like 5 minutes because it got tiring. Add the dough to a bowl with some oil. Make it a little dough ball. Put it there, and then cover it with a cotton towel for 2 hours and allow to rise. And here's the dough after 2 hours. Now it's time to punch the dough. Okay, so the sauce has been cooking on the back burner back there. Ooh, it smells really, really good. And now we're gonna take out the sprig of basil. We now have this chunky sauce, which we need to make not chunky. All right, let's do it.
Gotta be
We need a smooth sauce. Now we're gonna roll out the dough. So again, this is the dough that I made the other day. So this is supposed to be a New York style crust, which I don't actually know what that means other than Hike said it's a thinner crust. So it's not supposed to be like a thick crust. And we're actually just putting on here so we can transfer it onto the stone. So this is our pizza stone. Whoa, it's emitting so much heat.
Touch the stone, don't touch the stone.
Look at that. And now we're gonna pre-bake this crust and then we will add the sauce and toppings.
Woo! Oh no!
Grab it.
Oh, it's sliding so much on there. Why?
Oh my gosh. So we don't need to prepare any toppings except for the hot Cheeto dust.
The piece de resistance.
I don't really like hot Cheetos, but I will say they tasted better on pizza than on their own. There's our dust. Dust!
Cheetos
Cheetos dust. Just be really careful. Whoa! Is it okay? Oh.
It's just an air pocket.
Well, we're gonna
It
have to
smells
pop
good.
it. We're gonna top it. I'm worried I made the dough wrong now. Is it supposed to do that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put some sauce on, and it's gotta be a thin layer if it's gonna be New York style. I've gotta say, this dough is floofier than I had hoped. As you saw, Ameci uses slices of cheese. All right, dust going on. wonder how many of Kristen's hairs I eat in a day.
So should we put this back?
Yep, let's put it back in the oven.
And now it's time for the pizza practice of the day. What do we got?
So, the origin of the Flamin' Hot Cheeto is that a janitor at Frito-Lay, Richard Montañez is his name, I think, he took a bag of regular Cheetos home one night and put chili powder on them.
That's not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea.
So then he asked for a meeting with the CEO, and the CEO liked it. They turned it into Hot Cheetos. It was the inspiration for it. And now Richard is a
Executive VP.
he's the one of the executive VPs.
He's a Frito-Lay.
Sort of like
Pretty cool.
like a Goodwill Hunting situation.
Good job, Richard the janitor.
He's sort of like the Matt Damon of Frito-Lay.
All right. It definitely looks like a thicker crust, but still looks tasty.
Whoops! Now for the final touches. The final touch.
I'm realizing now that he put the Cheetos on after cutting it.
Just pushing them off.
And now it's time to eat the Flamin' Hot Cheetos Pizza.
It looks pretty delicious if you ask me.
It does. It definitely doesn't look like Ameci's, Ameci, but that's okay.
Ah, hot. So hot.
Actually, I like our crust.
I like our crust too. It's a completely different pizza, I gotta say.
Yeah, it's not the same pizza, but because of the crust, I mean, we use a different crust, we use a different sauce. We did it homemade, but doesn't mean we know anything about their recipe. I gotta say, the Cheetos are better on the pizza. Maybe the spice is masked a little bit by the cheese. I don't like a hot Cheeto on its own. I don't know, I'm weird.
That's okay.
I mean, you like a hot Cheeto. Do you prefer a hot Cheeto on your own or on the pizza?
No, I think I prefer it by itself. But you know what I do like
What?
is the dust.
Yeah, the dust is good, and
Dust is,
actually,
like, pretty-
it's kind of hard to eat the pizza with the Cheetos on it. I wonder if I just took a Cheeto and then some of that, cheese.
Good
Better.
choice.
Honestly, just the cheese with the dust is really good.
The crust is good though too.
It's a good crust. I think this was a success.
I think so too.
Not in terms of recreating their exact pizza, but they provided us all of the inspiration we needed to make this one.
A very special thanks to Ameci Pizza in Glendale for allowing us to come in and shoot. And if you have an opportunity, go try that Cheetos Pizza. It's delicious.
We'll link all their information below so you can find them. That is the only place with the original Hot Cheeto Pizza recipe. So if you go anywhere else and they say they have a Hot Cheeto Pizza, it's not legit.
Sorry.
It's only Ameci. Our pizza recreation recipe will be on the blog and the website, eatthepizzashow.com, along with all of our merch.
Yeah, not me today, but you. And you can find us on social. All our social is at Eat the Pizza Show. Thanks so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing.
We'll see you next week on Eat the Pizza. I think this crust is really good.
Me too. All my hot Cheetos have fallen off.
I know. It's not a super efficient. But honestly, the cheese and the dust is the best part. Try
Yeah.
it.